everyone, welcome to my playthrough of Cupid Parasite. This is a game that I've been wanting to play for a while, so I'm super glad that I finally get to record it and play through it and experience this game together with you. So without further ado, let's get into it. Most people are familiar with the idea of Cupid. Cupid is a god in charge of helping people fall in love. Taking a golden bow and arrow, aiming down from the land of the gods to connect people together. But why has Cupid come down to join the world of the humankind? Otome presents Incorporation of the Cupid Corporation. Cupid Parasite. Let's get started! October 1st, 11 a.m. Workshop Suite, Cupid Corporation. I settled my nerves and opened up the door when I was immediately greeted with a blast of mist. Yeah, no thank you. Don't go spraying things in people's faces. It's not nice. What the heck was that?
乾燥ひどすぎ。保湿ミストぐらい常備すればいいのに。
Hydrating mist? What on earth are you talking about?
Na, なんで君がここに？おいお前、アラン・メルビルだな。この野郎、よくも俺の彼女を略奪しやがって。いや、あれは合意の上だよ。それに略奪だなんて人聞き悪い。
Dude, no! Stealing? Borrowing?
あの木ユグドラシルに似てる。ああ、でもここで言うユグドラシルは北欧神話のあれじゃなくて。
No words, just spurts.
おい、始めてくれ。
Thanks for permission. Of course, so everyone, thank you all for fitting us into your busy schedules to meet with us today. What an interesting bunch. So you got a guy who's obsessed with hydration, you got somebody who looks really flustered and nervous, you got a guy in a suit standing behind a guy in the suit, both looking very serious. You got one person looking really energetic, and you got some guy on the phone arguing with a girl's boyfriend because he got with his girlfriend. Oh boy, this is gonna be an interesting time. Representative, but you're already Mr. Snail's secretary, aren't you? A representative for dating. Oh, that's gonna go so well. That's gonna go 100% well. Alright, well, I'm so glad we've got such a beautiful day to start everyone off on this new path, and, You're doing great, sweetie. Just keep going. So, prior to officially entering you into our referral system, we'd like to create... Wow, he is popular! We need to give you a sort of nickname. Well, Clarice, it does matter a little bit. We want to get them off on a good start so we don't hurt their chances of success. Clarice, that's way too direct! I mean, sometimes you just gotta be direct. Because, you know, if you're not, people aren't gonna get the point. I love this music so much, it's such a bop. I'm curious, who do you guys think I'm gonna end up with? I'm gonna try to play as authentically as possible without, like, trying to go for my bias right away. I just want to see who we end up with naturally. Obviously, I have someone I wish to get with. This might be a little challenging. So the first playthrough is gonna be a blind playthrough of just like seeing who we end up with naturally and seeing what happens. And then every subsequent playthrough, I'm going to be using a guide where I'll be playing the common route off stream and just playing the character routes so you can see my different reactions to different characters, besides the guy we end up with, and then we'll be doing hopefully the happy ending. I'm hoping to get a happy ending the first go around, but we'll see. Sometimes you never know in these kind of games what you're gonna get. I've played enough of them to know that some of the tragic endings can be really tragic, and some of the happy endings can be super, super happy and cute. So I'm really excited to experience this one. Oh, I didn't notice that before. Interesting. I do know that there is a hidden route in this game. I don't know much more else about it besides that. I think you have to play every character first to get to that route, but we'll see. Because I definitely want to do that route too. Most people are familiar with the idea of Cupid. Cupid is the god in charge of helping people fall in love. And in Lost York, one company has taken up the mantle of that namesake. The Cupid Corporation. It's a marriage consultation company at the forefront of Lost York's hottest trends. And that's where I work. I guess you might call me a modern-day Cupid. September 25th, 4 p.m., my desk. Oh, right. That's the third successful narrative put together this month. Whenever I get an email telling me about another marital success, I always strike a little mental victory pose. My work involves bringing people together to help them fall in love. Well, more specifically to help them get married. My biggest job duty is as a bridal advisor. Normally, people think of bridal advisors as people who help a wedding go smoothly, but at Cupid Corp, we act as marriage matchmakers. The Cupid Corporation, or Cupid Corp for short, has a company slogan, "From your first encounter to your final vows." The company handles the matchmaking process as well as the wedding ceremony itself. Everyone here who deals with marriage has my title, bridal advisor. In the end, the choice to tie the knot is in the hands of the humans themselves. I won't let Dad tell me what to do. I joined Cupid Corp a little over a year ago, and I've been working hard at my job every single day since. And because of that, my results last year were at the very top of the matchmaking chart. I ranked first among all advisors this whole year. Which means now all my business cards say top bridal advisor. But I'm not done yet. That won't be enough to convince Dad, so I need to get promoted even higher. Huh? An email? I wonder who it's from. President Snell, be in my office tomorrow at 5 a.m. We need to talk. What? The president? I said that out loud without even realizing it. Clarice, my roommate, best friend, and closest colleague spoke up. You look like you've seen a ghost. Huh? No, it's nothing. I waved my hand as if I could brush away the concern, but Mr. Snell has never asked to see me like this before, and at 5 a.m., does that mean he doesn't want anyone else to know about it? What on earth could this be about? I tried to think of anything that might have happened recently to put me on his radar, but nothing came to mind, well, except for that. I do have one pretty massive secret that I could never share with anyone, not that they'd ever believe me if I did. But how could anyone possibly find out about that? This is so confusing. I've only spoken to the president twice, once during my intake ceremony, once during last year's award ceremony. Maybe he just wrote AM by mistake. If so, and he actually wants to see me during business hours, it's probably about that. Maybe I should confirm the time, just to be safe. Understood regarding the meeting tomorrow. Did you write 5 a.m. by mistake, or should I be here at 5 in the morning? I know how busy you must be, so I do apologize, but if possible, could you please confirm the time? Ladybug. But maybe he really did mean 5 a.m.? Writing an email to the president is so nerve-wracking. Oh well, send. I guess I'll touch up some of these profiles while I'm waiting for a response. It was not a mistake. I'll see you then. The response came immediately. It wasn't a mistake. Jeez, this is starting to sound really ominous. Hmm?
大丈夫?
At 5 in the morning and in his office, no less. I just really hope it's not about my secret. And so, early the next morning, I got up and got ready for work, making sure not to wake up Clarice in the process. I spent all night thinking about what the meeting might be about. I hardly got any sleep at all. I woke up late, so I didn't have time to put on my makeup properly. I'll have to touch it up before the office opens. I couldn't stop thinking about it all day yesterday, but I still have no idea what he might want to talk about. I hope he's not planning to fire me out of nowhere or something. I mean, if you're the top bridal advisor, I doubt he'd fire you. Oh, I'm so nervous. I moved through the still slumbering city and soon arrived at the building's main doors. Of course, the reception wasn't open yet, so I went around past the employees' entrance, and it almost felt like I was sneaking in. And now I'm headed to the top floor to meet with Mr. Snail. What an interesting last name. When I enter the office, Shelby Snail, president of the Cupid Corporation, is waiting for me. Love interest number 1, Shelby Snail. Or technically, we've met them all already, but like, this is us properly meeting them because we've only seen them. Not only is he the president, he's also the company's young and charismatic founder. No, it's no problem at all. So what did you want to talk to me about? Oh? Uh-oh. I jumped a bit at the questioning tone of his voice. I'd mentioned my plans a few times, but I never imagined it was the president himself. I mean, I don't think it's super odd for somebody who's been at a company a year to want to get promoted. Huh? Well, it's just because the last thing I want to tell him is the truth. There's no way he'd believe me anyway. After considering it for a moment, I decided to give a more generic answer. I just thought that if I could get promoted, I'd be able to help even more people get married. Yep, that's it. Just want to help people. No ulterior motive. That's right. The steady drop in marriage rates has bothered me for a long time now. I've just always been worried about how fewer and fewer people are getting married. That's my genuine feeling. When I first heard that there was a company in Lost York trying to help with that, I immediately wanted to become part of that. And after being here a year, that feeling hasn't changed. If getting promoted means I can help match even more people together, that's what I want to do.
1年でトップブライダルアドバイザーに上り詰めただけはある。しかし、結婚率の低下を憂いているか。まさしく恋のキューピッドだな。引きつった顔をしてどうした？
No, you didn't. No, not at all. Anyway, was there anything else?
すまない。話がそれたな。では。本題に入るとしよう。実はお前を昇格させようと考えてい
たな。Oh, really? Interesting. Wait, what? A promotion?
ああ。だが、一つだけ条件がある。
Mr. Snell handed me 5 pieces of paper that were standard profile sheets our company uses for the matchmaking process. Get these 5 people married, do that, and the promotion is yours. You're the Cupid of Cupid Corp, are you not? Our bridal advisor. I trust this is your ability. Promotion. Cupid. Those words brought back a lot of strong memories. That's my secret of why I've been working as a so-called Cupid, bringing people together in marriage. Oh, we're about to learn a backstory! Because I really, truly am Cupid. Hashtag Cupid happenstance. 8 years ago, before I assumed the name Katybug and became a parental advisor. What? Why the heck did you break up? I was gazing into the Celestian spring, looking down at the world of man. A couple that I brought together just the day before had already broken up. But those two were completely compatible. I heaved a sigh and peered back into the spring. The spring allowed me to observe the human realm. I take aim with my bow and arrow, which lets me see how well two people might fit together. When I describe myself as Cupid, it's not an alias. I am truly the goddess Cupid. My name appears again and again in stories and legends within the human realm as a god that presides over love, and yet, whenever I connect to people these days, it seems like they just break up right away. That's the third couple this month. I draw back my bow once more and aim down to the human realm, where I could see a shining, shimmering rainbow of colors. Some people glowed light pink, others a vibrant orange. These colors were revealed to me when I aimed my Cupid bow and told me the potential compatibility between two people. Gazing at the colors, I would loose my arrow into my two chosen targets to make them fall in love. That was my divine duty, and I did it for ages. Why has it gotten so hard?
Cupid.
Cupid.
ため息などついてどうした?
Huh? I am interested in this character because he has a mask, and I don't know who he is. I also like his hair color because it's really cool. When I turned around, Lord Jupiter was standing there before me. No reason.
そうか.
Without another word, he just turned around and walked away. Jeez, that scared me. Lord Jupiter, the omnipotent god of all gods, he stands atop the D-consents, the 12 Olympian gods that reside over all the others. In other words, he's the most important god there is. The lower gods rarely ever get a chance to speak to any of the D-consents. I'm a lower god myself, but I'm lucky enough to have a connection with 3 of those 12 gods. But I still had never spoken with Jupiter before. He's definitely intimidating, that's for sure. He never says much, and rarely shows his emotions. He's just got a scary vibe, like, he might hit you with a lightning bolt if you look at him funny. Anyway, I guess I should get back to work. Please don't go hitting people with lightning bolts. Probably not very nice, even if they are a god. I grabbed my bow and arrow and peeked into the spring one more time. I was hoping to find a couple that might last a bit longer this time. Oh no. They sound desperate. Just as I was getting ready to draw back my bow, a divine soldier called out to me. Divine soldiers are the military personnel who are protecting Celestia. The D-consents love making totally unreasonable demands of them. My dad? I mean, but I've been working! Leave me alone! Oh, right. I hurried off to find Dad. When I did, he was just as angry as I expected. Okay, but Dad, I was working! Okay, rude. I totally understand my role as a god. If we could bring people together. Shoot them with my bow and arrow. He moved slowly across the room toward me, glaring at me all the while. Lord Mars, my father, is a god of war. Apparently he's also known to some as Ares. I only heard about that secondhand, though, since he was a god long before I ever came into being. There are so many stories about him that even I, his own daughter, can't keep track of them all. Although, to be honest, I'm not actually his daughter. For as long as I can remember, Dad has looked after me. I guess you could think of him as my foster dad. No, not really. Of course, you know I hear and remember every single word you say to me. What? Be what? Don't.
がそんなんだから結婚率が落ちているんだろう。もっと真面目にやらんか。
Rude! Okay, look, mister. I was late because I was working. I take my job plenty seriously. Why am I getting yelled at? Lady Juno is the god in charge of marriage. My job is to just make people fall in love. It's not up to me whether they get married or not. I puffed out my cheeks in silent protest, but then I saw Dad narrow his eyes. Uh-oh, that's not good. I know my dad well enough to recognize that look. He always gets ready to hit me with another punishing lecture. I knew I'd messed up, but it was already too late. His booming voice echoed out, shaking the very ground beneath my feet.
バカモン！
バカ！
まずお前が恋結びをしなくては結婚に行き着かないではないか。それに、ジュノーは十二神の一人だ。そんなに端々に目を配っていられるわけがないだろ。
I have time to deal with every less tiny detail. Excuse you, rude to assume that I don't have a life.
それをお前は他者のせいにして、何のためにキューピッドがいると思ってるんだ。
Also, how am I supposed to do my job if I'm standing here being lectured by you? Not fair.
恋の素晴らしさを知らせるのがお前の役目だろう。
I can't make people stay together. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
人の世は乱れ、結婚率は下がり、少子化が進んでいるのだ。
It's all about the baby making. Gotta keep humanity alive. That's a pretty big leap of logic. It's not Cupid's job to fix marriage rates, let alone get more people to have kids. Besides, each golden era only lasts for 30 days. I can't make them stay in love forever. So, demanding perfection from Cupid is honestly pretty unreasonable. But if I were to say that now, he'd just go on lecturing me for twice as long. I've been working really hard to do my job right and help people fall in love. Just now, I was observing the human realm looking for couples that might really last. I haven't been slacking off, it's just that more and more people are deciding to separate, even after getting married. So, why the heck is he blaming all this on me? I couldn't stop myself from letting out a frustrated sigh, so of course he started yelling at me even louder for that. In the end, his lecture lasted oh my goodness, that's such a long time. 2 hours of getting lectured. Ugh. I'm so tired. After I was finally able to escape, I decided to go for a walk. I wasn't feeling great. He told me to stop complaining and get back to connecting people together, but I just wasn't in the mood. I mean, rightfully so, that makes sense. But I didn't feel like going back to my room either, so I just started wandering around aimlessly. At times like this, Celestia can be kind of annoying. There really isn't much else to do besides walk around. Eventually, I saw my aunt coming towards me. She was one of the 3 Dai consents. I regularly see Lady Minerva, goddess of war and the arts. I call her my aunt, but just like with Dad, we're not actually related by blood. She's pretty. I like the flowers in her hair. But that's an interesting outfit. Also, her nails look like they could stab you. So, stay away. She's wearing that weird hat again. What's it called again? A cowboy's hat or something? Aunt Minerva had always been obsessed with hats from the human realm and loved teaching me the different hat names. You nailed it! Dad gave me a 2-hour lecture. Yeah, he's mad at me because humans aren't getting married as much anymore. That's what I said, and he told me to stop complaining and pushing my job off on someone else. That Juno wasn't responsible for all the little details. Yeah, I thought I was taking care of the matchmaking side of things pretty well, but I thought of Dad's lecture again and couldn't stop myself from frowning even louder. Having a military father must be pretty tough. I could only nod silently. She was right, naturally. Dad just loved bringing up those old war stories of his. I'm one of the younger gods, but Dad has been around for thousands of years now. In other words, he's kind of an old fudgy, but since he has so much knowledge and experience, he can basically talk forever. Aunt Minerva could see how sick and tired of everything I was, and let out a friendly giggle. You don't mind, Lady Minerva? For some reason, she gets really annoyed if I refer to her as Lady Minerva. But why would she invite me to her room all of a sudden? I've never stepped foot in there before. Actually, I don't believe I've ever been in any of the other gods' rooms. I always just go back and forth from my room to the spring without ever really interacting with the other gods. That sounds kind of lonely. Aww. I wonder what her eyes look like. She kind of reminds me of Saint Germain from Code Realize, with her eyes always being closed. She's got a point. All work and no play. Not the way to go. All I do all day is shoot my arrows and sit in my room. I don't really know what love is. I want to know what love is. Do you think you can show me, baby? I don't really even know how to have fun. It seems pretty strange trying to connect people together when I don't know anything about anything besides my bow and arrow. There's something I'd like to show you, a precious secret of mine that I think might cheer you up. Ooh, I got a secret, I'ma keep it, taking this one to the grave. I'ma lock it in my pocket. Dad told me not to spend too much time with Aunt Minerva, but Dad also said I need to take my job seriously, and Aunt Minerva thinks I need something more to do my job. And anyway, it's Dad's fault I'm so worn out. Why should I just do what he says? I look around to make sure nobody else was watching, then give my aunt a tiny nod. Let's go! Let's go! Why were my eyes closed? Can I open my eyes now? Now? Are we there yet? Welcome to Lady Minerva's secret room. Let's see, we've got the end. She was watching the movie, a soundbar. It looks like a cat tower in the side. We have a cat poster, a computer, the speakers, a chair, a VR set, lots of different hats. Whoa! I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The room was overflowing with objects from the human realm. Her hat collection from the first thing I noticed. But what interested me most were the complex machines I'd never seen. This is incredible. So many strange machines. I've only glimpsed through the spring. How do you even use these things? Yes! Yes, I am. I went down to the human room and smuggled him back up, of course. I'm sure Jupiter just doesn't want us influencing the humans. But don't you need his permission to go down to the human realm in the first place? Ah, clever! What? I didn't even know something like that was possible. I'll probably tell you a new one to make you close it down. Okay, I understand. Oh, that's cool, thanks. But why did you decide to show me this? What's your passion? I'm curious. I'm sure you know that a lot of the other gods think I'm kind of weird. I couldn't think of why they would think you were weird. I know what she means. Dad has told me more than once how strange she is and to stay away from her. But human culture is just so interesting. Always changing and evolving, adapting. I mean, that's solid. I guess I see your point. It used to be that nobody ever talked about low birth rates or getting married later in life. Humans used to have to struggle just to survive. So they all did basically the same thing to preserve their precious lives. In which case, maybe the rules of matchmaking are the same as they used to be. Maybe compatibility alone isn't enough?
Q ちゃん、一緒に DVD 見ましょうよ。
I like how excited Minerva is. DVD?
DVD。人間たちが作った機械の一つで、これだけで映画が見られちゃうのよ。
I still own DVDs. DVDs, movies. I can't say I've ever really heard those words spoken in Celestia before.
ほら、これとか最新作なんだけど、素敵な人間同士の恋が描かれているの。これを見たら、キューピッドの恋結びのヒントになるとは思う。
Is it like a romance? I'm sure it's a romance movie.
なんて、まずは見てみないとわからないわよね。
No, I really don't know what a movie is.
大丈夫。怖いものじゃないわ。さあ、そこ座って。
And that's how my relationship with Aunt Minerva started. Everything in her room that was from the world of man was not familiar to me. I was interested in all of it. Books, comics, DVDs, all created by humans, and not the gods. From the moment I laid my eyes on them, I was enthralled. I started visiting her more and more from that day forward. Humans are so amazing. Dad says it's our job to guide the humans, but there are so many things that they can do that we can't. But... Am I about to get in trouble again? If that's really true, then what are us gods fit for? That's a solid question.
素敵な映画だったわね。さすがデミアンヌ監督の新作だわ。
It was just another day for me watching movies with Aunt Minerva in her room. The cushion had become my go-to comfort spot.
どう？キューちゃんもこれ気に入った？
Yeah, it was great, but what's this social media thing that we keep talking about? First time I'd heard it, the movie was a romantic comedy where lovers had all kinds of misunderstandings thanks to social media. I had no idea what that meant, so unfortunately I only understood part of the movie. Oh yeah, social media can wreck relationships if people aren't careful. Convening things can get lost through text.
SNS 知らないの？ってスマホを持ってなきゃ当然よね。
Oh, I just realized she doesn't have her cowboy hat on. She has like this crown on her head. Oh, that's pretty. Does anyone call it a crown? I don't really know what it is. A band of sorts? In her hair? Well, her hair is pretty nonetheless. It's a nice color. Granted, if I think of the had a diamond hair, I would diamond hair Cupid's color because her hair is really a soft pastel-y pink, and I really like that color. I never started digging through piles of stuff and finally pulled out something that looked a little like a small stone tablet.
じゃじゃーん。これがスマホ。で、SNS はこうやってやるのよ。
She started pressing buttons on the tablet and sliding her finger across the screen to show me lots of different images. There were all kinds of text too. Oh, this is just like what we saw in the movie.
しかもこれのすごいところはね、世界中の人間と通信がつながっているところよ。
That is one of the good things about the internet, is you can connect with people all over the world.
ここを見て。この人はアフリカから書き込みしてるって位置情報に書かれているでしょ。それ
Hold on. Lady Minerva, how do you mean you can connect with people all over the world? She could tell I still didn't really understand, so she explained it in more detail. This tablet is called the cell phone, right? It uses a thing called the internet to let people from all over communicate together. Apparently, Aunt Minerva was able to use her divine powers to connect to this internet, even within Celestia. So, social media is a tool that lets people communicate with strangers all around the world. Something like that actually exists, and on top of that, humans invented it? Bingo! And look, if there's something specific you want to know about, you can enter in keywords and see who else is talking about it. For example, if we search the hashtag... Huh? There's so many! People really took that time to write all this?
そうよ。この世界中のどこかにいる誰かの言葉。会ったことない人と意見交換ができる。それが SNS の素晴らしいところよ。
I never would have imagined something like this could really exist. So no matter where you are in the human realm, or even in Celestia, everyone can communicate with each other.
ほら、キューちゃんもせっかくなら何か調べてみなさいよ。気にな。
Why? I thought about it for a second, then punched in hashtag Cupid. Are you using Twitter? We never would have gotten married if it weren't for hashtag Cupid, hashtag CC. Cupid's the best. You definitely made me a believer. We're gonna live happily ever after. Whoa, look how many! It turned out that there were more people talking about Cupid than I ever would have guessed. I just got married, and it's all thanks to Cupid. Cupid is the best! There was a non-stop flow of comments in the front of me. Wow, this is really flattering. I have been working pretty hard after all. I guess I've become a better god than I realized.
あら、ちょっと待って、キューちゃん。みんな何かの URL と一緒につぶやいているわ。
Website? Aunt Minerva tapped on the screen a few times and eventually it switched over to a picture of a wedding ceremony. From the first faithful encounter, discover everlasting love. The Cupid Corporation is here to help you find your soulmate. Love is waiting for you. Love is an open door. We'll finish each other's sandwiches. That's what I was gonna say. What's this? The Cupid Corporation? Well, would you look at that? It looks like it's a company that helps people get married.
ええ、人間たちがキューちゃんの真似をしているみたい。
Copycat, say it ain't so! And that's how I found out about the Cupid Corporation. HQH, hashtag Cupid Happenstance. That's the name I came up with for this fateful coincidence. This one single event was a huge milestone that changed my entire reason for existing. Okay, that's a big jump. Let's go, Lost York. Once again, I found myself sighing wistfully while firing off a few arrows. The HQH incident that took place after I searched for the term Cupid just kept coming back to haunt me. I just got married, and it's all thanks to Cupid. Cupid is the best! It had nothing to do with me. It was all about that Cupid Corporation. I found out that they were running an 8th anniversary promotion, and part of that was doing a hashtag campaign, which must be why so many posts showed up when I did my search. On top of that, uh-oh. It looks like humans are capable of thinking about compatibility between each other, even without the help of Cupid's bow.
なんたって人間たちは自分で恋愛心理学というものを生み出して恋心の研究をしているんだ。
Oh, the computer's on this time, but I don't think it was on last time. She didn't mean to, but her comment added insult to injury, like rubbing salt in the wound. I didn't think anyone could comprehend the compatibility between people without my bow and arrow. But humans use their innate intelligence to understand compatibility, and they use it to support each other and aid them in dating. Meanwhile, all I was doing was wasting time blaming Lady Juno for the drop in marriage rate. Aunt Minerva also said something else.
彼らはすごいわ。何でも自分の手でやってのけちゃう。だから今の時代に神頼みする人間なんてほとんどいないのよ。
I recently read a webcomic that talked about something similar. People start praying to a specific god, and how they prayed to this god changed. So the god was slowly fading away. As usual, I gazed into the spring and took aim with my bow. I see people crossing through an intersection, people waiting in line. Pink, blue, yellow, green, but do these colors actually reveal compatibility? Maybe it's like opposite colors attract on the color wheel? If they truly were a match, they wouldn't break up in the first place, right? Then, have I always been wrong? I assumed I was observing true compatibility, but maybe that's never really been the case. Cupid's bow is a divine artifact, so it's not really my place to question its effectiveness, but if it really did work, marriage rates wouldn't be going down, would they? I mean, It's not your job to get people married, just together. And if the bow wears off after 30 days, you can't guarantee people are going to stay together. So maybe Cupid's bow really has been wrong this whole time. Or maybe times have changed. Meanwhile, hashtag Cupid keeps on trending on social media. So the Cupid Corporation matchmaking process is working just fine. Their bridal advisors might even be doing a better job of playing Cupid than I ever have. You're not playing Cupid because you are Cupid! Be kind to yourself. The more I thought about that, the more time I spent in Minerva's room trying to learn everything I could about human culture. Okay, that's solid. You want to learn from the source. Like, you want to learn about humans to either to do a better job or see how they're doing it. That's respectable. Humans also developed something called a dating app based on their romantic psychology. It led to doubts in my own work. Maybe humans really didn't need the gods. They started using their brains more, with ideas the gods had never even considered. Before long, I'd forgotten all about firing off my arrows and was spending all my time researching the ways of humankind. I'd all but abandoned my role as Cupid, which had not gone unnoticed. One day, Dad told me to come and see him.
Cupid.
I haven't forgotten my duties. Leave me alone. Dad slowly paced around the room, glaring at me all the while. He wore the same expression he always had when he was lecturing me. How do you know this? Well, but she's been teaching me stuff. She's been helping me learn. It's not my fault people weren't getting married. Stop blaming that on me. Are you sure about that? Humans are doing fine on their own. They're handling all their matchmaking needs by themselves. Listen, Dad, I've been thinking maybe the marriage rates are lower exactly because I've been using my arrow to force them together. Maybe my way of doing things is wrong, and they understand better. Maybe. I mean, she might be onto something. Huh? I'm not saying they're superior, I'm saying they might have a better way of doing things. I mean, they have been studying themselves and learning and making, you know, textbooks about how they themselves work. What? That's awful. It's pure arrogance. How can you be so cruel? Humans have been working so hard for so long to do things on their own. It's not foolishness! So you're saying the wisdom that we as gods have given to the humans have taught them everything they know, and that's how they do everything. I mean, but what if they don't need gods anymore? Okay, look, be nice to Minerva. She's teaching me. You're so stubborn! Human wisdom only comes from the gods, then why doesn't Celestia even have any DVDs? See, you don't even know what that much. It's a device invented by humans. All by themselves, without any help from the gods. Humans are not foolish. Okay, they kinda are. They have the power to create something from nothing, and it's not right for you to deny that fact. However, I will also say, depending on the mythology and the story that you read, the gods can also be foolish. I mean, you're literally the god of war, though. Like, don't you cause wars sometimes? I have been, but people still aren't getting married, which means our way of doing things must be wrong. No, you're not pinning this on me. I have not, at least until the HQ incident happened. I was doing my job as hard as I could. So, what? The hashtag Cupid happenstance. I was working so hard right up until the day I learned humans have been doing their own matchmaking. Did you know, Dad, that they have something called romantic psychology? Humans are using their brains to do things we thought only we could. And they're succeeding at it too. They don't need our help to fall in love. I think it's time we let them live their lives as they see fit. Baka! Not abandon, just change my way of doing it, maybe? Why not? Humans would be better off if we just left them alone. Dad, the era of God seeing humans way to live is over. But what if it's not nonsense? Why can't we just trust them? Clearly they're doing okay without you. I'm just saying. You can't make me do it! What? So he just wants me to shut up and go back to thoughtlessly firing off my arrow. Talk about absurd notions. If I could prove that the power of humankind is superior to the power of the gods, would that satisfy you? Oh, he has more than one scar. I mean, I know that the scar on his face and chest, but there's one on his side, too. Oh, on his shoulder. Yes, I do, and to prove it, I'm going down to the human realm because become a common mortal and do the matchmaking by hand. I'll help people get married without using my arrows. If I can do that, then would you admit I'm right? I'd say all of that without really thinking about it, and as I finished, I let out a sharp gasp. I should have done that from the beginning. It's better than sitting around here mulling things over again and again. I mean, hey, I won't know unless I try. Well, I won't know unless I try. You can't demand anything of me. He could yell at me all he wanted this time. I had no intention of bending to his will. Just the idea of admitting he was right made me sick to my stomach. I was more sure than ever that humankind was truly wonderful. And since Dad was being as stubborn as ever, I decided to prove it to him. Prove that humans didn't need the gods anymore. So, I'm serious about this. I'll help more people fall in love than I ever could from up here. All you care about is that the people I bring together get married, right? Not just love, but lasting connection. I'll prove to you that I can do it. I mean, I couldn't have people get married up here, though. I just made a connection between them. No! Fine, if I can bring the most famous bridal advisor in the human world, then will you admit I'm right? It's a human version of Cupid. There are these amazing companies down there called marriage agencies that help people fall in love. I'll join the top agency in the world and become their best employee. That would make me the greatest Cupid in the human world. If I steal a bit of my power and then earn my way to the very top, will you admit that I'm right about this? Why is it impossible? Whether I can or can't isn't important. I have to try. I'll become so famous they'll have me doing interviews for every magazine and TV. And when that happens, Dad, you lose. I'll become the most amazing bridal advisor ever and show you how right I was. As I turned to leave, I could feel my dad starting to panic. Yes, I'm very serious. Yes, I'm serious. I hate you, Dad. Okay, probably shouldn't say you hate somebody in a fit of emotion. Words spoken can't be unspoken. After snapping at him one last time, I ran out of the room. Now I'm on the run, and I've got divine filters chasing after me. I didn't do anything. I just told him that I'd become the best bridal advisor to prove him wrong. Okay, I might have made him mad. I might have antagonized him a little bit. But it's not my fault! He wasn't listening! Totally not my fault. Jeez, did he seriously have to send all of them after me? He said I could go and try, but he still refuses to actually let me do it. Probably because he's worried about you. That's just my guess. Knowing him, if they catch me, I'll end up locked in my room for a long time, to say the least. Dad's methods are just too old-fashioned. He'll have me on house arrest without letting me get a word in edgewise. Okay, that's not cool. In which case, should we go to Art Minerva for help? Yup. Lady Minerva, I need your help. Hide me. I snuck past the divine filters and ran up towards Aunt Minerva's room. Yeah, we got into a little bit of a fight. Just a little bit. He's just terrible. He said all those awful things about humankind. So I told him I would prove to him just how amazing humans can be. I looked around her room with fresh eyes. I took in all the movies we'd watched over and over again, all the incredible outfits. Even if the gods had provided them with wisdom, it was the humans themselves that had created all of this. That's what I want Dad to understand, and not just him. I want everyone in Celestia to understand. It's not only because of the gods' blessings. I just can't believe that all of the efforts of humankind had nothing to do with it. I can't ignore all that hard work. Continuing to mindlessly shoot my arrows down at them just didn't seem right. I'm going to go to the human realm. I'm going to do my matchmaking as a normal human. Very serious. I'm sick of doing whatever my dad says. I want to be more than just the god of love. Aww! We're best friends now. I don't want that upgrade to happen, but I'll take it. Please, Lady Minerva, please help me. How can I reach the human realm? Despite everything I said to Dad, I didn't actually have any idea how to get down there. She does have a hidden portal she told us about earlier. She does. It's not like it ever tried to leave Celestia before. Alright. I'd always heard that Lord Jupiter had the power to find any god at will, and he's a member of the excuse me. And he's a member of the D Constant, just like Dad, so I'm sure he wouldn't approve of my plan. But it's not like you can just snap your fingers and make me invisible or something, right? Right. So even if I could escape, I'd just be dragged right back. My plan had fallen in on its stairs before I could even get it off the ground. But then my aunt just grinned at me. What do you have up your sleeve? She clapped her hands and the room got brighter. That little trick had surprised me the first time, but not anymore. That's right, whenever I forget it at the spring or something, it always makes its way back to me. Cupid's bow, a divine artifact that never leaves my side. Right now it feels more like a curse than anything. When I'm not using it, it takes the form of a necklace around my neck. If I need it, I can touch it and it turns back into an actual bow and arrow. Oh, that's really cool! No matter where I leave it, it always comes back. In other words, Cupid can never be separated from her bow and arrow. I mean, that makes sense. Wait, really? That makes sense. I guess. So we'll have to do something about your bow and arrow. Ooh. understand the what now?
探知するのと同じ力を発することで探しづらくなるみたいな意味よ。でもその原理でノイズを発する道具を作ってネックレスにつけちゃえば見つからなくなるはずよ。
Okay.
この学問の神であるレディ・ミネルヴァが作ってあげる。ほら。
Okay, but now that I'm thinking about it, is it even possible for me to leave without Lord Jupiter's permission? To descend to the human realm, you have to make a formal request to Lord Jupiter. Then you can enter the wooded cave near the round table. But if I can't use that, then... Clearly, yeah, she forgot. Oh! That's right, Minerva did tell me about a secret gate she made leading to the human realm. Then, you'll let me use it? Of course, you're my darling niece after all. So, that takes care of the tracking and the descending. But the biggest problem is, how are you going to get along in the human realm? Oh yeah, I've heard of that before. Our bodies become human, which means we have to eat in order to survive and sleep in order to function day to day. But do they age? I doubt it. Oh, that's cool that she's willing to do all of that for us. Yeah, because I haven't been there before. Yeah. Yeah, let's not counterfeit money. That could get us in big trouble. A part-time job, like the thing we always see in the movies? I'm sure I could manage. We've seen tons of silly wood actresses play roles where they had to work at a part-time job. Oh, that's kind of you. Yeah, I don't think a month is long enough for us to do our duties as Cupid on the human realm, and we know we've been there at least a year already. I understand. You are doing more than enough, Lady Minerva. It's okay, you've already helped me plenty, Lady Minerva. After all, this started out as an argument just between my dad and me. Aww! I mean, that's fair. He doesn't want to learn. This is something us to put Mars in his place. Okay. So that explains it. Aunt Minerva was always talking about how she was sick of old-fashioned views of the other stubborn gods. I mean, can't you go to the human realm for the brief period of time to live? You have? Like VR simulation? Something just nice. She quickly pulled out her cell phone and started browsing through real estate properties for me. My mission is to run away from home and prove Dad wrong to live in the human realm. Once we got started, things fell into place one after another. After all of our preparations were done, Aunt Minerva showed me to a door marked 221B. Oh, like Sherlock Holmes. Wow, 221B? Isn't that the same as Shamrock Holmes? Oh, she changed it to hair. Cupid did. That's exactly right. I knew you'd get the reference.
人間界へ降りれば他にもいろんな映画のロケ地に行けるわ。その服も似合ってるわね。勉強も仕事も恋も頑張るロマンス映画のヒロインみたいよ。楽しんできてね。
I will. Thank you so much, Lady Minerva. Keeping in mind everything I've learned from all this review, I focused on things like the dating agency, social media, and of course, #Cupid. A city and culture built entirely by humankind, and before long, I'll be standing in the middle of it. It's okay, I can come back to visit. Oh, Lady Minerva. I gave her one last hug and she hugged me back tightly. We'd become almost like mother and daughter. I'm going to become an amazing bridal advisor and make Dad eat his words. I wonder how long I've been in her room. Thank you, thank you. Oh, that's a cute top. The gate opened and Aunt Minerva gave me a gentle nudge and then... Ooh. We made it! We made it. What the? When I opened my eyes, I was greeted with an image straight out of the movies I'd seen. There were people everywhere, colorful shops lined the streets. It was a vibrant world, completely unlike the dull divine realm. So this is the human realm. All my worries melted away as my heart began to fill with excitement. Step 1, go to college and study romantic psychology. Step 2, graduate and get a job at Cupid Corp. I'm going to become a bridal advisor and learn how to connect people without using my divine powers. That's my ultimate goal. Oh, I wonder if she's only been at Cupid Corp for a year and that she's been in the human world way longer. There are plenty of matchmaking services in this world, but it looks like the one with the highest success rate is the Cupid Corporation. Based on my research, it's safe to assume that the Cupid Corporation is at the top of the matchmaking service in the world. I'm going to become the top bridal advisor at the best company in the world and prove Dad wrong. And if I'm going to do that, I'm going to do it right. Aunt Minerva and I have prepared everything I need to succeed. First off, I need to get into college. Apparently, Cupid Corp won't hire anyone without a college degree. I'm going to beat you, Dad. I'm going to show you that I was right. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. I want to pet it. I want a plushie of that. I need a plushie. I need a plushie. A strange creature seemed to be reacting to my excited muttering. Huh? What is that? A divine beast? Take it home with you. The deep continent had tamed fantastical animals of all kinds of shapes to do their bidding. These were known as divine beasts. I remember feeling something bump my shoulder as I went through the gate, but I just figured it was Aunt Minerva giving me a little push. Hello there. What's your name? Chi! Chi, huh? Okay, nice to meet you, Chi. Oh, look at it! Look at the cuteness! Hey, that's Gil Lovecraft in here. Gil Lovecraft, assuming it's the same person, that's my former roommate. He was a year above me in college and he moved out when he graduated, but I haven't seen him properly for at least 2 years. Let's see. Hometown, Baltimore, Los York, height, 5'10", type O, Cancer, born July 16th, occupation, freelance editor, education, attended college, Las Vegas University, work location, anywhere, home, hours, anytime, dates off whenever I want, family, parents, older brother, alcohol sometimes, smokes no, cooks, yes, I'm a pretty good cook, marriage history. I was almost married once, but no. Skills and hobbies. On your day off, I'd rather dedicate all my free time to my lover. Housework, waiting for the person I love to contact me. What? Bro, like, does the person you love even know you love her? Food likes, crab cakes, dislikes, whatever my lover dislikes. Okay, red flags, red flags. Could you briefly describe your personality? I'm extremely devoted. Well, that's good. What do you look for in a partner? Whether or not I feel like I need to support them. Okay. Where would you go on a first date? Do you have a favorite date spot? Snuggling up on the couch and watching a movie? Probably not a good first date. I'd like to get married after dating a while. Solid. He was a year above me in college, and he moved out when he graduated. I haven't seen him in probably at least 2 years. Okay, she's been here at least 3 years. Maybe 4. Nah, that would be too crazy of a coincidence. I must be someone else with the same name. I continue reading through the profiles. Rule. Hometown Lost York. Street address secret. My agent told me not to say. 6 foot, type B, the goat one. Actor, professional. Does this mean prank artist? Education, high school, work hours irregular. Work location depends on set, tournament location. Days off, never really cared much for those. Family, parents, pets. Alcohol often. Smokes, no. Cooks, no. I usually just eat whatever they have on location. Marriage history, no. Can you briefly describe your personality? I have an inquisitive mind. Okay. What do you look for in a partner? Someone I can talk to about the 12 Olympians, the 12 vase, and maybe a bit of Norse mythology. Okay, so that's you like. What's the word I'm looking for? History. You like the history of the gods. Where would you go on a first date? Do you have a favorite spot? A whirlwind private jet tour of Greece and Rome. Wow, that would be fancy. I'd like to get married. Wait, this is just research, right? Skills and hobbies. Pigration? Is that what it's supposed to say? Mythology research. Weight training, walking, the mythology society. Okay, so it's part of the society. Food likes cacao. I'd like to try ambrosia and nectar someday too. Food is like Satan, aka oysters. Riku? Wow, that's bright. 19, hometown Japan, address Lost York, 5'8", type AB, Capricorn, fashion designer, trade school, work location Lost York, Japan, work hours 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. I like to be in bed before the news comes on. What time does the news come on? I want to have that information. Days off, weekends and holidays. Okay, so you have days off. Parents, older sister, and you have a pet. Alcohol, bad for my skin. Never. Smokes, no, bad for my skin. Cooks. I only eat things that leave my skin a healthy... I only eat things that give my skin a healthy glow. So yes. Marriage, no. It's tough to find someone whose face squares above its head. Oh no. Could you briefly describe your personality? Genius. What do you look for in a partner? Someone whose face could get a perfect score. Where would you go on a first date? Do you have a favorite? Hot rock. Okay. As long as I find their looks agreeable. Okay, can we just talk about how, like, he's writing in different colors, which makes him slightly more memorable because you remember things written in different colors. However, I will say that the different colors for the same words, it's just, yeah, and some of these are so bright that they're hard to read, and some people don't use those pigments. Skills and hobbies. Erasing any unsightly individual from my memory on your days off. Shopping for humidifiers and other beauty products. Like, Natto. You're simply nothing healthier. It's like carbonated drinks, black licorice. Okay, yeah, I don't like black licorice either. Actually, I can't get into it. Alan, 28, don't remember address in your dreams. 5'11", no idea. My birthday's February 8th. What sign is that? I have no idea. I'm a sales technician at a luxury pillow store. Does age matter when it comes to love? Lost York. Work hours 11. Wow, that's a long work shift. Whenever you're awake. Just kidding. The store is closed on Thursdays, so I'm usually off then. That makes sense. Family, I guess I have to say my pet, but no name for the pet. Alcohol. I want to see you tipsy often. Smoke, yes. I don't smoke in front of girls if they're not into that. You shouldn't smoke at all. It's bad for your health. Cooks, no. Marriage history, no. Skills and hobbies on your day off. Figuring out the exact height of your pillow. That's a little weird, but okay. You'll find out when we go out on our first date. Okay. That's fair. Dreams are so delicious. Oh, and have a nice big bubble tea. Does he eat dreams? Is he not human? Cucumber. I just hate how it sounds. But cucumbers are so good, especially cut up in salad. Could you please describe your personality? I go from pretty mid-range of girls, so I don't worry about it. What do you look for in a partner? I like a girl who can sleep through anything. Where would you go on a first date? Do you have a favorite dish? But I prefer it to first to bed, so like at the store or back at my place. Yikes! I like to get married just as long as we're compatible. I mean, that's fair. Compatibility is important. Huh? No name. Age 32. Hometown Washington. Address Lost York. Height 6'1". A. Virgo. Occupation business owner. Master's degree. Lost York. 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. None generally. Parents. Younger brother. Socially. No. No. People assume I'm a devoted husband. No. But the fact is, I'm not married. Could you briefly describe personality? I'm always trying to improve myself. Okay. What do you look for in a partner? Someone who can accept my work and push me to be even better. Okay, so you want someone to, like, be okay with your work and help you improve. Ask Cupid Corporation staff. They'll know what to do. Oh, like, ask Cupid Corporation to, like, set up the date. Immediately? Okay, that's a little concerning, but, I mean, immediately doesn't have to mean, like, right away. Because, like, you can, like, go on a couple dates, see if you like each other, and go from there. To be SS in all things. Sleep a little, work a lot. Oh, like a ranking system, like in a video game. See above. Anything that has plenty of omega-3 fatty acids. Fried foods. Why would anyone want that many calories? Because they're yummy, okay? Fried food is yummy. When I reacted to the last profile, I tilted my head. When I reached the last profile, I tilted my head in confusion. All of the information has been neatly filled in by computer, but the name had just been left blank. Mr. Snell? Who is this? It doesn't have a name on it. I bet you it's him because the profile matches his color. And we know he's a love interest, but he's not listed. Well, you'll learn the details soon enough. All of his contact information is there, so please proceed accordingly. Mr. Snell seemed surprisingly awkward when he said that. I wonder if it's a relative of his or something. Anyway, if I can get these 5 guys married, I'll get my promotion, and then I can shove it in Dad's face. Well, do you think you can do it? It feels like he's staring straight through me, waiting for the right answer. I am going to say, of course you can expect complete success. Of course, you can expect complete success. That's very reassuring to hear. To start off with, I think I'll get in touch with them to set up a meeting. Well, I mean, it's kind of important to get to know them besides on their sheet of paper. Definitely, I'd like to talk to them face to face to find out what kind of people they might be compatible with. Their hobbies, their beliefs, how they grew up, it all affects the type of person that's best for them. I mean, that might be true, but, you know, systems can be flawed. That's right. That's right. I may as well put my degree in romantic psychology to use, right? That's the whole reason I went to college, after all. I wanted to learn how to succeed at matchmaking using the power of human nature. That was my one and only goal. Well, I certainly hope you're able to guide these 5 into happy marriages. That's all for today. I'll be counting on you. I won't let you down. I'll get started right away. Of course. I mean, it is a little curious. Yeah. I mean, it's important. Okay, yep, so it is him. And that's how the challenge and my pursuit of the promotion began. The Cupid Corporation is now responsible for the group of famously chromatic members known as the business as the Parasite 5. If I can help them all get married, I'll earn another promotion and rise even higher than the top bridal advisor. To reach that very top of the Cupid Corporation, which is already at the very top of the industry, now's my chance to prove to Dad that humans can do wonderful things all on their own. And that is where we'll stop this for now. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode of Cupid Parasite. Have a good one. Bye-bye.